In this video, we will be showing you the family tree of the characters and also the relationships that they had according to the Last of Us games. There will be spoilers if you have not finished the games and also potentially for the TV show adaptation. Let's get started. Let's start with Joel Miller. Joel is one of the two main characters of the first game. Joel was a carpenter before the apocalypse. After losing his daughter, he becomes a ruthless and cynical smuggler. He has a younger brother named Tommy. Joel and Tommy were close, but this changed after the apocalypse. They have different views of the world. They broke contact after Tommy joined a militia group by the name of the Fireflies. Not a lot is known about Esther. I have seen people claim that Joel was married to her and some say that they were just dating. What is for sure is that Tommy introduced them. They were in a relationship and even had a baby together. She left Joel shortly after giving birth to Sarah. Sarah sadly passed away soon after the virus started. She was 12 years old when it happened. Her death changed Joel greatly. Ellie is our second main character in the game. She is the only person that is immune to the virus. At first, Joel and Ellie don't have a great relationship, but this changes after all the things that they experience together. He eventually cares for her as a daughter. Before we go through Ellie's family, let's finish the Miller family first. This brings us back to Tommy. Tommy met Maria after leaving the Fireflies. They grew close to each other and eventually got married. Tommy went after Joel's killer for revenge. When he returned, he and Maria mutually decided to end their relationship. This concludes the Miller family. Let's go to Ellie's family next. Ellie's biological mother is Anna. She is only mentioned in the games but never shown. Anna was a nurse before the outbreak and was friends with Marlene, who later becomes the leader of the Fireflies. Anna died the same day that she gave birth to Ellie. She made Marlene promise to watch after Ellie. Marlene felt that she owed Anna to look after her daughter. That's why she looked after her from afar for a majority of her life. At the end, she was still willing to sacrifice Ellie to make a cure against the virus. Now onto the relationships that Ellie has had. The first one is with Riley Abel. She is her first friend after her arrival at the Boston military zone. The two develop romantic feelings for each other and even share a kiss. Sadly, Riley and Ellie both get bitten. This is where Ellie finds out that she is immune. Her second relationship was with Kat. She was only mentioned and only briefly shown through a picture. She is the one that tattooed Ellie to cover up her bite mark. Her last relationship was with Dina. It sadly didn't work out. Ellie left Dina to pursue her revenge. When Ellie was done with her revenge, she came back to an empty house. Before we finish Ellie's family tree, we need to look at Dina's family first. Dina had an older sister named Talia. In the game, she is only mentioned and shown through a photograph. We know that she was killed, but not by whom. Before she dated Ellie, she dated Jesse. They dated on and off for a few years before eventually breaking up, but they remained friends. He was killed by Abby. After Dina got together with Ellie, she found out that she was pregnant with Jesse's child. This leads us to JJ. JJ never met his father, but Dina made sure he would know about his legacy by talking to JJ about Jesse. Ellie helped raise JJ and is his second mother. She often calls him Potato. And this concludes Ellie's family. And it also concludes Dina's family. Now we will shortly talk about Riley Abel. As you know, she was the first friend and crush of Ellie. When they met, she was an orphan. Her father got infected and killed her mother. In turn, Riley killed her father to save her own life. Now onto Abby Anderson. Abby is one of the main characters of the second game. She has a father named Jerry. Jerry was the head doctor in the Fireflies and he was trying to find a cure for the virus. Joel killed him when he was freeing Ellie. Abby set out for revenge for her father. Abby was in a relationship with Owen Moore. The relationship ended because of her quest for revenge. After breaking up with Abby, Owen started a relationship with Mel. While Owen was still in a relationship with Mel, he tried to get back together with Abby. This put a strain on their relationship. Mel eventually gets pregnant with Owen's baby. Sadly, they both pass away before the baby is born. Let's move on to Henry. Henry was only 5 years old when the outbreak happened. When he was 12 years old, his brother Sam was born. Sam is the only family he has when we meet him. Sadly, Sam gets infected and turns. Henry puts Sam out of his misery by shooting him through his head. Stricken with grief, he blames Joel for his brother's turning, and then he kills himself in the same way. Now on to Bill. He has no family that we know of. The only relationship he has had is with Frank. Frank and Bill were together for 20 years before Frank left. He grew tired of Bill's methods of surviving and left him. He got bit and hanged himself. We only see him as a corpse in the game, so we have chosen to show the TV version of Frank for the image. Now on to our last person, Tess. This information was not in the game nor the TV series, but it was revealed during an interview by Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann, the creators of The Last of Us. Tess had a husband and a son. Both of them got infected. She killed her husband, but she didn't have the heart to kill her son. She locked him in the basement, where theoretically he became a clicker. Thank you for watching. This is the final family tree if we put everything together, minus the relationships. Subscribe and like for more videos. See you in the next one.